Hey, Bob.
Morning, Charles.
How you doing?
I'm doing well.
Good. I want you to do me a favor.
What's that, sir?
I'm going to use you as a guinea pig.
Oh my goodness.
Well, what I'm
What?
going to what I'm going to do is I'm going to play a video. I want you to tell me whether you can hear it, okay?
Okay.
And that way I'll know whether this is going to work or whether I'm going to have to do it, wing it. Okay.
Alrighty.
All right. So, yeah, let's do this. All right. Perfect. Okay. Bring that up. And let's just hit play. Don't want to go to prison, do we?
Nope, not today.
You hear anything?
Not yet.
You don't hear music in the background?
Nope. 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 Oh, wait a minute. I do now. Little bits. It's coming. It's coming and going. No, no audio.
Ah.
Nope, nothing. Nothing.
Wow. Ah. Okay, hang on. I think I know how I can do.
Okay.
It may get a little crazy.
Hey. Nobody said we're sane.
No. But hey. Let me. Okay. All right. Hang on.
Two models. Okay.
All right. Appreciate that. iCloud meeting. You have been signed out because you are currently signed in on another device. Hang on. I got it out evidently. It doesn't like it.
Okay. Is there some way to set this up over?
Cancel, right? All right. All right. Well, let's see. Let's see what it does. Let's see. Let's stop sharing. So what that basically means, I'm gonna cry. Well, is that really neither of the videos that I'm going to show you today are going to be of any real use.
That's a bummer.
Yeah, it is. That really does kind of suck. Okay. Well, as I said, all right, you know, we will go with Plan B. Let's go back.
Hello,
Hello.
are these gifts, do we need to buy them?
No, they are from me, and you already got one.
You gave me one yesterday, so we will take this one. We're not using it today.
Very cool, so I've got some big items too.
Well,
These
these
are just cool.
are the you can, you know, keep in a paint box or something,
Yes. Oh,
or in a
thank
bag,
you.
you know, like a, you know, for a drawing kit, something like that.
Thank you. Cool. Very
So,
What is this?
huh?
You got no here.
No, I was not here.
I didn't look at it there.
Yeah, you want to look at that email.
Yeah.
It's kind of useful.
Oh, I didn't get any out too.
About last week.
Well, I was out of town. Where was
Okay,
I?
well.
Like I went to the Goodman Museum.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, I was out of town last week. Well, I wasn't really out of town.
It's got it.
I took a sick day.
Oh, okay, those are always good to take.
Yeah.
Yeah, I almost took them today.
Yeah. Particularly, you know, when you need to take a sick day.
When you like.
Yeah, when you really need to take a sick day.
Yes, but anyway, I ended up until 8:15, so after that.
Hey, John.
Hello.
How you doing? You doing okay?
I think he's muted.
You break it up. I hear somebody else.
Hello.
Hey, Rebecca. How are we doing?
I'm hanging in there. How about yourself?
Oops, we got an echo on Rebecca's line.
Sorry. Okay. You know, I'm trying to listen to you on two devices. I'm gonna turn off one.
Yes, please.
I did.
Yeah, that's kind of what happens when you have two devices. Is that you
Yeah. So this device is a larger device, and it may run out of juice. So I'll get back on the other one when this does.
Okay.
Are we gonna need a sketch pad? Are we gonna need a sketch pad this one?
You will eventually, but not right at the moment.
Is today the last lesson or do we have the next week?
Technically, it is. Yes. Technically, this is the last class of this quarter. Next week, we have a down week. we resume classes.
But
After
no
that.
more in person.
Huh?
The next class will be in person also. Can you register me for that?
I think I already have.
Yeah.
Can you register me? I mean,
I think I already have.
Thank you.
I sent you an email yesterday.
Yeah, you asked me, yes.
Yes. Okay.
I have John frozen on my screen.
Okay.
He's still active on mine.
Charles,
Active on mine too.
did I hear you say? Did I hear you say the classes will resume the second week of July?
I'm sorry, what was that, Rebecca?
Your classes will resume the second week of July. Is that correct?
Yes.
Thank you. All right.
Yeah, next week, for those of you who are on Zoom, we will not be on Zoom, okay? We will be, actually, I'll be taking a couple of vacation days. I'll be in Valley, Alabama, trying not to hurt myself while I work on my house. Yeah, good idea, right? Unlike the last time I went to my house and I ended up hurting myself. So that's why I took some 6 days off last week.
So you're moving to Alabama now?
It is.
You're building a house yourself for the house or renting?
I'm not building a house. I'm renovating.
Renovating.
Yeah, I bought an old mill house that was built around 1875, 1876. When the mill was actually built there, just after the Civil War.
Is the wheel still there and the?
Well, the whole building is still there.
Oh.
Yeah, it's a huge mill.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but they built probably about 120 houses so up on the side of the hill, you know, for their workers, and they were all duplexes. Which means you had 2 doors and a wall right down the middle. The family lived on one side, another family lived on the other. So that was the, yeah. Anyway, I bought one of those.
I thought yours is an independent place.
I can't hear you.
I thought yours is an independent house place. So that's, yeah.
It is, yeah. Yeah, they were originally duplexes. Yeah, yeah. But somebody in the 60s, when the mill shut down, sold the house, right, and his family bought them. And they opened up one space from one side to the other. And took out the kitchen on the other side and made that another room. So it's really just a single family home. Hey, Terry. What's up?
Do you really have some choice to go back and sit in on?
I don't know about the absentee part, but you can certainly sit in.
Okay.
Yes, Phyllis is going to be absent. She's sick.
Is she?
Yes.
So, to all of you, okay, in Zoom land and also in person. Today did not work out the way that I wanted it to, okay? I had 2 videos that I was going to share with you on perspective. The problem is, I can play the videos, you guys can hear it, you guys can't. So you'd be sitting there watching, you know, these people go, yeah, nah, and not hearing anything, which probably won't work well. So we are going to do this differently. And yours truly is going to, you know, basically do the demonstration. But how I'm going to do the demonstration is practical application, okay? We are actually going to draw. So, did all of you get one of these little packets?
Yes.
Okay, good. Hold on to that. Now, we're going to have to shift. Okay? So all of you, I would like you to kind of put your chair somewhere over there, looking toward the model. Okay? And you'll have to get a board, and you'll have to get a piece of content, and you'll have to get some paper on it. And when you do that, I'm going to set up the,
Would this be okay?
yeah, something like that. And you can make like 2 rows. Yeah, you can shift them.
Veronica, you look as confused as I am.
Say what, John?
Veronica looks as confused as I
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
am.
So,
Yes, we are also excited, are we not?
so is this okay?
Are we gonna
That's
face here?
not gonna be. a-
Yeah, you'll be all right.
Yeah.
Are we facing here?
Yes, you're facing here.
Yeah.
Yes, you're facing the model. While I figure out a way to torture each and every one. And I know you guys love stuff like that.
Oh, no.
Right?
Oh!
You've done it
We gotta draw that, John.
That's right.
What's that?
We gotta draw that.
Yes, isn't it lovely? Okay, hang on while I change the ambiance in the room. And if you guys want, you can use one of these skinny easels if you're more comfortable at it. Okay? Yeah, either one. Just bring your chair. And there we go. So this is get a little light on the back of the room.
He said this is not, okay. Excuse me. If you want to put it up here.
No, not to the front, the back. Back here. So if you want to be like right here. Yeah, you can be on the second row. Whatever. Oh, you can't? Okay. Okay. I'm going to need an assistant. Okay. Well, I think I'm going to ask Carrie. After you grab your stuff, can you do me a favor? I would like you to man the light switch. Okay?
All over it.
Right. So when I ask you to turn the light switch off, please turn it off. When I ask you to turn it, turn it off. Okay. Okay. Are we all kind of rearranged, kind of settled, kind of sorted? Okay, so this is going to be your model for today. Okay. What can you tell me about it?
It has
It's not,
perspective.
it's not human.
That is true. It is not human. What else?
It has perspective.
It's
Yes.
multi-dimensional.
Well, it's certainly three-dimensional. Yes. Okay.
Lots of different angles.
Lots of different angles. Okay.
Many planes.
Yes. Lots of it. You said the right word. Planes. And what is a plane?
Surface.
Yeah, it's a flat surface, right? So, like for example, this wall back here would be a plane. The base would be a plane.
it in bright.
Well,
Oh my God.
yes, that's what they have, the little things,
Oh.
so that they don't break. Okay. Well, and I'm gonna take it off anyway. So, all right, so what happens, when the angle of the light changes, right? See, the values change, yes. So depending on the orientation of the light, right? The shadows, the shadow side and the light side, obviously change, right? Okay. Yeah, I know, I'm not transparent. Okay. So, this goes back to something I said a couple of weeks ago to you, all right? The light source actually describes the planes and surfaces that you're seeing, okay? And it tells you the orientation of that plane to that light source, okay? If the orientation of the light source changes, well, then the appearance of the plane changes as well, okay? No way around it. Did I get this? No. Okay. So I'm gonna have to go back to my original spot. Okay. That's kind of flat. I don't like that. I don't want flat.
Pretty complicated. Oh, look at that.
Okay, that's a little more dramatic. Like the better view. What happens if we keep going? Still not good.
Oh, yes.
Yes. Well, let's do that one. Okay, well, you got, yeah. That's more better. That's much more better. Much more better. Here. We'll borrow it. There you go. All right. So the stool is included. Okay. So what this is telling you, and I'll speak for it since it's by itself, is that the light source is coming in from the right-hand side, and it's hitting this surface, and this surface, and this surface over here, almost equally. Okay? Well, yeah. So yeah, it's really, this surface is getting the most light. This is getting probably the next greatest amount of light. And that's probably getting the third most light. Okay? Now, along with that, this cylinder, the lightest spot is over in here. Not over here, not over there, right? And so when you look at the cylinder, we have this thing called a rounded form, right? And what happens with rounded form?
Value changes, right?
Yes, the value changes, but you have to look for how many values?
5.
That's right. You have to look for 5 values the turn form. Okay? You can probably actually see it better on this one if you're over here. So you've got the light really up here. You got shadow down here, right? You get, if you squint your eye down, you'll find that the darkest area of this surface is really right here in the middle. Okay? You squint. And it'll be darkest like right here. And then below that, it's just a little bit lighter. Not a lot, but a little bit. Okay? And then actually the lightest part of it is again really close to that foreshadow. So you get the highest contrast right here. That tells you that that's the closest part to you. Okay. Now, if you're over here where the TV is, you don't get a lot of that on this cylinder because you're just looking at the end of it. But I could be really demented and help that out and do something like oh yeah, there we go. That one. See? Now you get a little of that rounded form. Okay. So when you draw this today, you're going to be drawing the light and the shadow. Okay. Now also keep in mind where you are in relationship to all of these objects, right? If you're on Zoom, more than likely your eye level is up here. Okay? And you're kind of looking down on it.
Can I interrupt your class with a very important announcement? Ladies and gentlemen, it's very important that you check in before you come to class. It is not important that you're late. We have to have a check-in before we come into this building. It's important for emergency purposes. Also, we don't know if you're here if you haven't checked in. Try to be here on time. Please don't disregard the security or the front desk because that is important. We want you to get to class, but we need to know that you're here.
Is there anybody not signed in?
If you're not signed in, you need to come and check in. Thank you.
You're welcome. Anyway, okay, where was I? Oh, Karen, it's your turn.
Once
Meister, will you go turn on the lights? Okay. Watch what happens when the lights change. Okay, John, you need to pay attention to this.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Karen. Okay, now just turn it on, leave it on.
It's the little one.
No, can you turn that?
I'm not sure. It's complicated.
There you go. Yeah, okay.
Okay, don't touch.
Yeah.
Oh, you want it up?
Okay, so you see what happened to the light and shadow? You know, a lot of it went away, didn't it? Why?
Because you got a single source of light. It's kind of ambient all over the place.
Well, we had a single source of light, or close to it. Now, we have multiple light sources, right? So it's really taking out a lot of the light and the shadow, you know, on the form. So we're gonna-
Charles,
Yeah.
Charles, you still have a lot of light variation on the inside of that box. Inside of that box, to your left, right there, right there.
Right, okay. Yeah, a little bit, not as much as we did have, by any means, okay? And so, again, I go back to that basic statement that I made. You know, the light source is going to, you know, basically affect those planes so that those planes tell you how they're sitting in orientation to the light, okay? Now, that works on flat boxes, round tubes, but it also, you know, works on human bodies. It works on buildings, you know, like outside, you know, if you're outside. If you sit outside in your backyard and you look at your house and you watch how it changes all day long, it's going to obviously change. Part of the day, that side of the house is going to get some sunlight. Later on, it's gonna fall into shadow as the sun goes to the other side of it, right? Yeah. So you gotta keep in mind always, what you're really thinking about is where is the light? That's the first question. And the second question is, where am I in relation to the sun? Okay. So we started talking about, before we were sidelined. Okay, you guys out there in Zoom, your eye level is way up here. Most of you, somewhere down here, right? So what does that tell you? That really from where this tube is above, you're gonna have to draw this as all of this is above your eye level, because it is. And really from about here down, you're gonna have to draw all of this as though it's below your eye level, because it is, okay? Unless you get down on the floor, Now, if you lay down on the floor, all of this is gonna be above your eye level, okay? Or if you stand up, right, like I'm standing up, then my eye level is about right here. And all of this stuff is below, and just this little bit is above, right? Fine. Why is that important? Anybody know?
It establishes your horizon line.
Yeah, it does. Establishing your horizon line. I just wanted to do that. Too much to ask, I guess. All right. So, and again, to illustrate the point, okay? All right, and I'll do it for the room first, okay? So if this is down here where your eye level is, you're kind of looking at the middle of it, okay? It looks very different than if it were up here. But all those angles change, don't they? Yeah, plus you may see the bottom. But if it's way down here, okay, something different place. Okay, and again, those angles change. Okay? You haven't moved, it happened. Okay. So keep that in mind. Now, if just talk theoretically here, if this box is at your eye level, then, and this is a 2-point perspective, right? Because you're not just looking at the flat side of it, right? The angles for these corners are moving off in that direction, right? And they're going to go to a vanishing point on your horizon line or your eye level, right? Somewhere out there. On this side, those two edges are going to go off to another vanishing point, but off in this direction, again, to that very same horizon. Okay? And that's 2 separate points. Okay. And we're not doing, well, we're not really doing any 1 point perspective. That'll do. Okay. All right, so you have to keep that in mind. So what's the first thing you're going to do when you're trying to draw? Anybody got any great ideas?
Line, the bench.
Well, you mean the horizon line? Yeah, you're going to establish where your horizon line is first, okay, on your page, right? And then after you establish where your horizon line is, then you're going to figure out how much of it is above my eye level, how much of it is below my eye level. And then you can figure out the angles as to, each of those planes, where they go to, somewhere on that horizon line. But every plane up there is going to go to that horizon somewhere. It may not end up in the same place as that box, because they're, you know, oriented differently. But they're all going to go to that very same horizon line. Okay,
Can we do, half and half? Can we do the bottom half and then the top half? I mean, in other words, you have to do the whole shebang at once.
well, the idea is, yeah, I would get the whole shebang. Okay, so you find the horizon line first, right? That's your eye level. And then I would probably start with like the middle box and figure out where those vanishing points are for it, right? And then I would do the box on the bottom, and then I'd do the box on the top, figure out where the vanishing points for each of those are, okay? And then I would probably try to tackle the two.
Like that top flat, will it have the same vanishing point as the ones going up the right?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
I guess,
everything up there is gonna go to the same thing. Yeah. Now, the thing that's fooling you is where you're at. This is pretty much so a flat surface. Yeah. So it really doesn't look like it's going off in any direction. Yeah. And it is oriented towards you, so I would just draw it as a rectangle and not worry about the finishing point stuff. It's perfect. This one, you know, you're gonna have to take off to, you know, your horizon. Certainly this one, again, I don't know, it may almost be parallel to that. But this one is going somewhere else, that one's certainly going.
when you say that's going somewhere else, if I have a different.
Well, it's almost like a
horizon.
it's almost like a point perspective.
Right.
Yeah, it doesn't mean anything with it.
Yeah, another question, like, if I establish the horizon line in front, where my eye level is, I don't know, I sometimes find it helpful to take a pencil and gauge the angle, but
Yeah.
I just sort
You
of
can,
do that wherever I see it, that would be correct.
right. Yeah, and that's a way of doing it. You use that brush,
Oh, okay.
use a pencil, whatever, you know, figure out what that angle is. You could drop it down, you know, to your board. If you don't like twist your hand or anything, you should come out, you know, pretty close to it. Okay, so you can figure out what those are. All right, Terry, will you go do the honors and turn off the light?
Do my best.
All right. There you go. Thanks, sir. We're good. All right. So we're going to draw this, and we're going to do it in 2 30-minute sessions. Okay? We're going to do 30 minutes. We're going to take a short break. We're going to come back and continue on. Okay? You know, because an hour, you know, would drive anybody crazy, right? Okay.
You care.
Yeah. All right. In the meantime, I'm going to go plug in some speakers and turn on some music. And you guys can draw. Okay? Now, I have Conte back there. I would recommend that you use that rather than a graphite pencil. Okay. Just because it's more movable. You can trace it. People kind of fun stuff like that.
And we go ahead with the values too, or just the line.
I would probably start off with the line work first and figure out where everything is. And then after you finish, you know, figuring out where it is, then I would probably spend the next 30 minutes working on value. Okay. All right. So we're going to start. Anybody got any questions out there?
We just
Nope.
do what's on the table, was that right?
Yeah, on the bottom of the thing.
Okay.
So you got a stool, you got 2 round tubes, you got 3 boxes. If you want to draw the lamp, you can. Okay?
Okay.
All right. Away we go.
People are gonna have to mute. 'Cause people are popping up here.
They what, Susan?
They have to mute because their faces are coming up instead of the pictures. So,
Oh, okay, I'll mute everybody, okay? Yeah. Let me do that. For me, whoop, all right, yeah, I need to get through. Mute.
Should I take your chair?
No, but I need to mute everybody. Mute all. All right, you're all muted. Number one question. Where's your Bible? Where's your horizon?
I guess for me it's hair. And
Why
I
would it
don't,
be?
well, because it's definitive, hair is kind of over the wall.
That doesn't make an
And
or
I mean, everybody else is just
And that's because that's bigger eye
Oh, okay.
in comparison to the box. Right? Big. Okay. Your eye is right there. Okay, I'm not gonna move my hand.
Oh, yes.
That's your eye,
Got it.
a little bit above that.
Okay. Yes. Thank you.
Yes.
Very much so, and I do this. Unanimously. Yeah.
You might get after that.
It seems to be harder than drawing a picture.
Absolutely.
Seems to be harder than one.
Drawing a picture.
It's inanimate objects.
Well, you have, well, we're taking a break. We're gonna come back to another 30. So no worries.
It could be.
All
Okay, I'm bored.
Okay, everybody, put your drawing inserts down. Come on, put them down. Put them down. Very. Come on. Stand up. Go away. You know, move around. Say hello to each other. Okay?
Moving around is easy for you to say.
Why would it be easier for me than you?
Because you're younger.
Yes. Okay.
So, yes.
Okay, for everybody out there in TV land, take 5 minutes, you know, go somewhere, walk around, go get a cup of coffee. Stop looking at this. That's the idea. Stop looking at this, look at something else, like each other. Well, she has a bit, but I didn't know that she has the invitation. Yeah. All right, I've been warned. Yeah, even though we won't have classes, they'll get serving. Aren't they getting breakfast? What are they gonna do? 2 meals a day. They can come for breakfast and lunch. Well, good. So they're closed Monday. Tuesday they're gonna be. All right, so I guess we get to this. Thank you. Yeah. How are you doing? this area. They will run you over. All you have to do is open up the new email, put my address in, put a subject like, here's some palm trees I want to send you. And find the little button with pass the file. File, you wait for it.
I used to do it, and then I lost
Oh, yeah, down. So you're over around
I'm sorry, I can't remember your name, but this is, your name is Linda. Linda, very good. Can I see your graph? This is Charles. Oh, Charles. Okay. I'm sorry. Yeah. Well, this is, yeah.
Yes. Yeah, it's not Bob. Okay.
It's annoying, isn't it? But it's helpful.
I'm just trying to think of all the guys. Well, actually, I don't know anybody. Any other classes who not really. I mean, generally. So,
I found an old sketchbook that had Barbara in it. Sometimes I think we had you and they. That house, I did, yeah.
don't like to go to. No, but where do you live? Okay. Yes.
Well, really, when I went out there, but it was the new building.
See what about 10 people. Yeah, take this on. Absolutely. No. No. People are being online. See, sometimes I go over there. Yes. There's a lot more merchants are standing up there with one of their stores just open. Somebody said, please come in by. Because it's starting to be very like maybe because this store. I didn't want to take that risk. I certainly couldn't afford anything in the stores. I've never seen their stores. I like Saks is pretty cool.
All right, everybody. Somebody is leaving little bits of eraser on the floor. And it's perfectly fine to do all these things, but take it back together.
So one of those things. So you're. Anyway, what you like to say, it sounded like this. So that's, it all sounds so civilized and so educated. Compared to us.
Okay, everybody, get back to it.
I mean, we get amazingly good. I mean, we do get of what's making it from there.
All right, everybody have a nice break. Did you guys out there in TV land go get a cup of coffee or whatever?
Have a little coffee.
There were other calling.
Okay, or something, get up and move around,
Yeah.
not spend your time staring at this. Okay,
No.
good. Okay. All right, so we're gonna go back, we're gonna do another 30 minutes. Yeah, pardon me. And, okay. And, you know, we'll try to finish this off, okay? And then after that, we'll take a little time and take a look at some of these, answer some questions and all that fun stuff, okay? All right, so we're gonna start again. You got 30 minutes. You know, just, if you haven't started on working on value, now would be a good time to do that, okay?
When you say start again, you mean continue with what?
No, just, continue with
Oh,
the
okay,
drawing. You.
all right.
Yeah, we're not starting.
Thanks. Oh, God. Oh, I was saying.
Okay. See? By the way, on July the 9th, we're having a Cobb area of Virginia. I believe it starts at actually, it is a show called Metro Montage. And I have a rather large name. And,
Very cool.
yeah, they will have a little bit of wine.
Oh, that helps.
And, you know, a whole bunch of artists. You know, talk to.
And the face is called.
Marietta Cobb Museum. It's off of Marietta Square.
This is our last in the series.
Yes.
When can we sign up?
You sign up this week.
Probably.
Yeah.
Registry ends today. That's
Starts. Yeah. But it's gonna be a really good show. It always is every year. Yeah, I think it's maybe like $5. If you want to go, check out, where you work, in the Atlanta area.
Yeah.
You can show you, check it. Curator of the show is Maddie Beck. And Maddie used to follow here.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, she did.
Very much.
That's before she.
What background did you have to bring her?
She went to South State University and got a degree in arts and
Oh, very good. So that brings
so they're
her.
both like same degrees, but Maddie was artist. Back when Aaron was years. She worked.
She did?
Yeah, in school. And that's where I met her. And about a year later, she started. That's how it's out there.
That's a choice number. Yeah. Right, that's very interesting. Yeah. What? Husband's area. We have 3. Will we do an application for that? Yeah. Right. Back into it. No, I'm,
somewhere in the late 90s, early 2000s, a lot of corporations. The attitude that, okay, I have a secretary who does word processing. She can do our advertising.
wow,
It didn't exactly work out.
I would think not. I mean,
And, they weren't too happy with that.
well,
Seeing her spent all this money on really, they're in advertising. Yeah, the big problem was that, they were trying to do their advertising. And then they would come to the agency to do the And it was like really poorly produced stuff, and really badly written, and really badly thought out.
It wasn't the people's fault who did it. It was the book.
Well, it was the management who thought that they could like people who had different skill sets.
Right.
To get them to do something that they really couldn't do. Yeah, different so,
You told them that.
well, I think it mentioned a few times.
Every time you mentioned it, everybody did.
Well, you know, they didn't like hearing that. But that's kind of like telling them. And I would say half the corporations out there are guilty of self-destruct. And they think they are a certain thing.
Yes.
And that people who see them as that person more influence.
They realize it takes substance.
Well, it's the
Correct.
So they see their demographic and oftentimes it's not that people provide first and and they figure out not where you're running through side.
Yeah.
And what is it about this individual that makes them want to buy this product? And then see what other individuals want to do.
Yes.
And you find that if they have similar problems, and then you can actually do it. Here, really, for that program. Really good for you.
I get any more?
Yeah, they do. Everybody.
They're going to make an opinion, not an opinion.
Yeah, I'm sorry, you know, but this 70-year-old grandmother, you know, just doesn't need, you know, high-end hiking shoes.
Right.
Yeah, you got a nice pair of sneakers for her.
Any of your terms, what you have,
Yeah,
you take them.
and my
Isn't that interesting?
they could have been creative.
I'll make errors, yeah.
So just at that time, you know, basically my by that time they were pretty important. And all I was doing was basically you know, what I wanted.
Empty road.
So, you know, very
Didn't want to get. Right. Didn't save it. No. Yes. I know some other subject in that too. Oh, well,
it's not a
secret. Great.
like
Yes. Yeah.
you know, it's like once you figure out that they really
Changes the value of the place so much. And then you think, I say this, do
Then you see motivated by. And then you go, oh, I didn't know, I didn't think I can get in shape or something.
Oh, no, I just got ready to get out of it. Then I go get it. Any bad relationship. You gotta have a conversation.
Yes,
Divorce,
yeah, I can even, yes.
Well, it took about 3 years. I did it again.
Oh, nice.
So I grew up and decided to.
Do, but it's always, yeah, they want you to do it. And I don't know, my father, oh, actually, he was still working as an engineer in shipping industry. And, he would take panels, I repeat, see, like, beans. And, you do a different thing on each panel. Panels together, made frame. Coffee earth, those days, sometimes they don't know what pieces of it would say. How this is. The grain was so wonderful. And turn it over. Oh my gosh. It was like something. Yes. It's just such expensive work. And we done wood carving.
Done with farming, done with cats.
What is a what?
As a medium, you know,
Yeah.
really nice.
There's this group of sculptors led by one particular woman at in the John C. Campbell area. Oh, it's somebody. I just wrote a book about, but I just thought I haven't looked at it yet about how to carve step by step St. Francis. It's 40 different steps. I'm thinking we could probably do it in.
Before we shut down, we actually had a working class.
Oh, really?
You know, in Venezuela. I was teaching, you know, carving technique.
Oh, would you ever do that again?
Probably not. Right. Right. And right. $100?
Yes.
No.
I mean, you know what I mean? It's out there.
You're only as good as your
As good as your what?
You're only as good as your student.
What is your tools?
Tools.
If you got really good tools, really good work, at a mediocre tool, it's pretty mediocre. And it doesn't really have a lot to do with your ability or your talent. It's the often case, you know, any different.
Yeah.
So, you know, So, you know, if you got a song, someone, you know, that song, a good song later, you change the rhythm, then sharp, it'll do a lot better work. Same thing with chisels, you know, have a good set of chisels, and you keep them sharp, you know, regularly.
Yes.
You can do a lot more with them than when they get really low.
Yeah. That had a rule, they laid on some, down. So, they covered the leather. And, they were his name. This Oscar, you rest.
On Monday. About woodworking, you know, from and you know, those guys, they don't use any. And they also, you know, screw everything.
Wow, wonderful.
Everything.
Yes, yes.
And the thing is, it will last, you know, under there. You know, versus that versus you go using nails and screws and, you know.
They will pop up.
And, you know, 3 years later, putting the thing back together.
It just didn't settle.
Right. Yeah, you didn't.
Let me see much of what we can do. Oh, surprise, surprise. No, I can show you how. Just. I never. I mean, I'll do them, doing something. Animal. And people might go. Okay.
How sleep with
Yes.
and over your cup of coffee. That's chop.
Right.
It could be something.
Yes.
It could be big in the shower.
Elliptical thing. We're going to show it.
It could be big in the shower.
What do you mean?
And you've got a curve that's
He's practiced and leave it there in the film.
I feel lots of
Interesting.
yeah, it's fascinating. Just the reflection, you know.
Right.
It's up in here.
That's interesting. I mean, it makes sense. The glass.
You ready for 1 year? There we go. All right, folks. That's it. You might have fun.
Yeah.
You might sweat. How about you, Veronica? Are you sweating?
Oh, yeah, it was good.
It was good, huh? Okay. All right, Eloise, how about you?
I'm done.
You're done? So are you, hard boiled or over easy?
Halfway in between.
Halfway in between? Oh, okay. So you're kind of like one of those Persian boiled eggs. You know, it's that 3-minute egg, but they don't put the egg in before it starts boiling, and then they keep it on a spoon. They lower it down in the water and they time it. At 3 minutes, they pull it out, which means that when you crack the top of the shell, that the inside of the egg is still pretty much so, you know, liquid. Yeah, but the white, the white is, solidified. So that's, you've never tried your eggs.
Hard boiled.
Yeah, if you've never tried your eggs that way, I suggest them, a little salt and pepper, they're really good. So, okay, so here's the thing, and I was overwriting, grab my board. Terry, I think you left your glasses in here.
Oh, yeah.
You want me to bring them to you?
I'll get them.
There, I'm just that way.
Okay. Thank you.
Sure.
Yeah, until I drive.
Okay, yeah, you might want those. Okay, so here's the thing. From this day forward, anytime you draw something, you need to ask yourself 2 questions. Okay? Where am I? Okay? Simple question, isn't it? Okay? So, what I mean by that is, where am I in relationship to the thing that I'm drawing? Okay? Is it at my eye level, above my eye level, or below my eye level? Is it way off to the side on the right or the left of where I'm looking, right? So you got to keep in mind where that is, okay? Then the next big important thing is, where is the light, right? Where's the light and what's it doing? Okay, what planes, what surfaces is it hitting? Which ones are in light and which ones are in shadow, right? And then I didn't get around to it. Okay. So this is number 3, okay? Once you figure out the first 2, okay, do I see any unusual or unexpected angles, okay, to deal with? Like, for example, and we talked about it briefly, right up here, okay? Because that particular plane, depending on where you were sitting, is not going to go off to a vanishing point that is on your horizon. It's going to go off into a vanishing point way up above, and you'd have to deal with something called 3-point perspective. But since we're not doing a mechanical drawing, you want to just check it, okay? And you can use any kind of straight edge to measure those angles try to get them right on your drawing, right? So those are the important things you want to think about, right? Anybody got any questions out there? Anything I need to explain? Any mysteries of the universe?
Do we need to send these off or should we just hold on to them?
Send them to me. We'll talk about them here, not next week, but in 2 weeks.
Okay.
Is that okay?
Yes.
Anyway, that's what I did.
How do you keep it so crisp?
Mine looks nothing like that.
Mine doesn't either.
It's not nine.
Well, that's because you're not looking at it from the same thing you want.
I think it's something else.
Yeah.
Mine kind of looks like a whale.
Yeah.
You think it might have something to do with the fact that I've done this before?
Maybe just a shade.
Maybe.
Maybe once or twice?
Hey,
What
Charlie,
was your question, Linda?
The struggling is,
Yeah, when I was sitting there, I just took my heated eraser and I, softened it, and I just lifted out.
just one part.
Well, where I was,
is
yeah.
that charcoal?
Pardon?
Is that charcoal?
Yes, this is charcoal.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's just it's just a block of charcoal.
That must be my problem.
Yeah.
Why? What were you drawing?
There's my
Yeah.
charcoal.
I was using graphite, which means I have to build up all of that.
Yeah,
Me too.
that works too. But see, I was just using a big old block,
Yeah.
like this really soft charcoal. If you've ever been in an art class, like a drawing class before, you use this stuff, and when you leave, you kind of look like Pigpen in Charlie Brown.
Yeah.
There's this dust cloud that follows you around, and you got it all over your face and hands and everything else. Great stuff. I highly recommend it. In case you have any kind of digestive issues or anything like that, just draw with this. It will solve it because you'll intake tons of charcoal into your system. So if you got an acid stomach or whatever, just draw with this stuff for a few weeks. It will solve it. Yeah. Anyway, that's really not medical advice, but it seems to work for me. So, all right. Anybody got any other questions about drawing stuff like this? So, for the next, I won't see you guys for 2 weeks. Huh? Well, I won't see you next week. Yeah, it'll be 2 weeks. I guess I should say it. It'll be 2 weeks before we see each other again. There we go. All right. So next week, we have a down week. I will be in Valley, Alabama, trying not to kill myself, right? But the following week, we'll start, a new series of classes. Okay. Now, somebody asked me the other day about the links for those classes. They will not change. Okay. All I'm doing is nothing's changing times or anything else. I'm just extending those links. So the links that you have now should be perfectly fine to work with the classes here over the next several months till September. Okay?
Okay.
All right. But if anybody needs me to send out, links again to them, I'll be happy to do that. Because I'm just that kind of guy.
When you're nice, right?
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
try. Okay. Anybody got any other questions?
Yeah, Charles, I kind of missed you yesterday to get my little packet.
Yes, and I have several more left. Okay. You and I.
Next time I see you, I guess. But
Yes. Right. Yeah, and Avatal as well. She was there yesterday and she didn't get one. And so, yeah, I think I've got like 4 or 5 more, okay? And I'll hold on to them when we get together next, you know, I will get you one, okay?
Thank you.
So,
Okay.
yeah. At any rate, what time is it?
So I have a question. We won't meet at Murphy Candler Park on July 7th.
No, we will not, because it's a downgrade.
Is your plein air class separate?
Huh?
You have a plein air class in addition to this.
I do.
So, and I could sign up for it.
You
What
could,
day is it?
on Thursday. Starts at 10, ends at 3. Okay? All right, then I'll be happy to talk to you about that. Okay, any other questions about vanishing points, planes, surfaces, value, what's on sale at Walmart? You know, any of that stuff?
Another question about the plein air.
Yeah,
July 14th is gonna be the class that you have scheduled on the sheet, or will we go back to Murphy? What? The scheduled class is on the 7th is for Murphy. The scheduled class on the 14th is for Cascade.
okay.
So will we just skip the Murphy?
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
Okay,
And we'll end up at Cascade again. Okay?
all right,
All right.
thank you.
And again, with the plein air class, I'll send out an email with the dates and the places. And for anybody doing the plein air, okay, I'm going to try to start bringing models to, not all of them, but probably about every 3rd or 4th, okay? And if we do that, then I need a firm commitment from people that if we're going to do a model, that you all help out with that, okay? Because the last 2 times, I kind of did it out of my pocket. And, you know, a 5-hour day adds up. A lot of money. So,
Can we suggest places for plein air painting?
yes, you can.
What about the Life College? They have a display out there that might be interesting.
Okay, if you want to send me the information on it, I'll be happy to drive by, take a look at it, check it out. Do you know, are they open to having people go in the building to use a restroom or something like that?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Charles, I can check that part out with my daughter.
Well, that's true. Yes,
They've got good parking though, and it's really close to like, I don't know, places like, you know, like walking out.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll ask her, you know, and see what you would probably need, if anything.
Yeah. Yeah, and we probably need to sort of get their permission since it's private property.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
But it's open to the public.
Well, it kind of sort of is, you know, when you start dragging out there, people get a little kind of like,
Yeah.
So yeah, we'll be nice, we'll ask, okay?
Yeah, and I'll send you an email once she gives me an answer.
Okay, all right. And if it's open, you know, then we'll plan to go there a couple of times.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
All right, on that happy note, I hope everybody has a very good 4th of July. Okay?
Same to you.
Try not to overdo the barbecue this year. All right. Well, you know, no, the alcohol is fine. You know, we need lots of that. Have too much, but the barbecue, definitely kind of watch that barbecue. That sauce is a little bit sneaky. So anyway, it's been fun. Thank you all for coming, and we'll see you here not next week, but the week after. Okay?
Thank you, Charles.
Yeah, I think that's.
Everybody happy for
Yep. I think that's.
Everybody.
Yeah, I think that's the 15th, if my memory recalls.
The 11th?
11.
Is it the 11th? Is that
The
that?
11th is Monday.
Yeah, that's Monday, yeah, but I'm saying for drawing, that's the
Oh,
15th.
That's the 15th.
Don't forget to change the date on the plein air painting.
Yeah, I will. Okay. And I'll send out a new list, okay? Anyway, have fun.
You too.
Bye, all.
You too.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye.